Test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. 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 Alright, back at the deserts of Kharak. Homeworld, deserts of Kharak. Homeworld, Deserts of Kharak. AKA the prequel to Homeworld. We are, 4 actual missions plus a tutorial in. About to start the sort of proper 5th one. Sorry, just in the microphone here. Last one I got through. I did have to reload once when Rachel died, pretty dramatically, actually. Her death, that was, and sad. It was part of it was because there were 3 wreckages, and I knew I was gonna have to get through the wreckages with some scans, and then there would be a big fight. But what I didn't realize was I was gonna have to defend all 3 wreckages at once, before I moved into the big fight where I could start moving my army together. Now, like I did with the last couple, I did a quick peek in on this just to see the sort of opening circumstances. And actually, there's the same 3 wreckages. I don't know if they're the same 3 wreckages, but they're placed in the same ways. I'll jump in a second and we'll just look at it on the map. And in this one, I have to start using like demolition charges from Rachel in order to open up the wrecks in mind, but also get these valuable artifacts that we need. However, I believe that in this one, I don't have to defend a wreckage once it's mined and the artifact is recovered, but I do need Rachel at it. So, well, let's just jump in and we'll do, because there's opening cutscene, and I'll talk about my theory about adjusting my strategy overall and specifically for this mission, because it got harder last mission for sure. This is going to be harder, and I think the mission, because I think I know what this leads to if I remember from a long time ago story-wise. It really picks up in pace and difficulty in the one after this and moving forward for sure. So so far I've not used the default fleet. I've kept the fleet I've built, and after this past mission, I still have most of my armored attack vehicles, which they have the most hit points. But I lost all my light vehicles, and I'm not even sure if I have rail guns. But as we jump in here, just to tease it, I think I'm going to try a little bit more of a StarCraft strategy of making 2 or 3 mixed unit compositions that are in the same control group, rather than control grouping the same units together and flying all over the place. I'm also going to try and hold positions more, and now that I know how much value turrets have and base runners in general, I'm going to try and maintain fixed positions that can be defended at these wreckages, and only do the sort of full-on rush of the units that I was a little too cavalier with before, or relied too much on when it's really time for like the big brawl. So let's start, and then we'll talk about strategy. All right, I think I can jump to my earbuds, or my headphones, I should say. When I listen to the Twitch feed in my small buds, it's on a delay, which I'm used to for my podcasting days. Okay, here we go. I won't keep talking over this stuff.
For the first time in as long as any of us can remember, we are finally able to shed some light
Great voice
on the
actress,
history
can't say
of our
enough.
planet, and conceivably our origins as a people. What we have found here is nothing short of miraculous. An ancient starship lost to the desert, for 1,000 years. The structural damage it sustained, the compression patterns, the debris footprint, all of it is consistent with atmospheric penetration followed by ground impact.
Alright. Just dropping in on the Homeworld server.
But why did it crash here? What happened? Many questions remain unanswered. We know that the satellite data we collected identified hundreds of similar sites scattered throughout the Great Banded Desert.
It's a really cool sci-fi archaeology mystery. I love this genre.
It is safe to assume the Gaalsien have been exploiting these resources for years. Now it's our turn. Composed of exotic materials and compounds not native to our planet, each represents a potential treasure trove of
so like most old wrecks, they've been
technology we can leverage in our fight
ripped to pieces by great robbers and the bad guys, the Gaalsiens. But apparently, we have a way of getting deeper.
All crews, prepare to shipbreak.
All right. Here we go.
Detailed scans have identified one section of the clash with energy readings far exceeding normal parameters.
Energy readings far exceeding normal parameters. Okay.
Once I've confirmed my shipbreaking plan works,
Rachel.
we'll move out into the valley below and expand operations.
There's Rachel.
Rachel.
Here's Rachel.
Defend the inner perimeter.
Okay.
Approaching the wreck now.
All right, here we go.
Copy that, Rachel. Proceed with shipbreaking operations.
We will need to use several demolition charges. I'll need to place the charges on the wreck and detonate them once I'm clear of the blast zone.
Understood.
Okay, so real quick. All right, do the first save first thing. T6.1. Second thing we're gonna do is look at gameplay controls. Toggles auto picture camera when zooming in or out. Right. Do I like this? I'm not sure. Toggle on off if the camera is reset when you turn from sensors. Tactical overlay. Tactical mode is on by default. Sure. That doesn't really make a difference. Unit focus on click. Nope. Don't want to do that. Alright. So like I said, there are some hotkeys that aren't actually listed here. But again, it's more about me adjusting the groups and trying to make 2 or 3 balanced armies. All right. So the first part of this mission is just about Rachel.
Acknowledged.
She's got demolition charges now, and this is a big part of opening up wrecks. Moving forward in it. Let's see what we got.
Acknowledged.
So we have 2 railguns and a bunch of armored assault. Okay. All right. There's on off on off. All right. They're already positioned in interesting areas, as if. I mean, it's cool. They already are.
Armor confirms. Copy.
Like they use the units I already had, but put them in a more strategic position around here, even though I'm not using default units. Okay.
Send orders.
So I have salvagers here. They're gonna dig. They're gonna dig stuff up. All right. Here are my railguns. Now, if we look at the map here, there's an entrance to the wreck here, here, and here, where the the bad guys can come or whatever.
Reading you.
There's Rachel. There's the support cruiser. Oh, do I not even have my base runner?
Runner copies.
Let's see.
Cruiser reading.
There's the other of that.
Base runner online. Time's a wasting.
No, there is a base runner. Where's the base runner?
We're
Here.
clear
The
to
base
move.
runner's here. Do I just have base runner? All right. They increased my supply, which is great. Where's the Capisi, by the way?
PC reading.
All right.
Steady pace.
So let's move over here. I'm not sure what this is. But the first thing we want to do, well, we need money before we can do anything, actually. But what I would love to do is get another base runner, but I don't have enough money even for that at the moment. Alright, let me just make sure I... Armored vehicle. There's the strike fighter, and there's a support cruiser. So I'd love to do is have 3 separate units that are based around a support cruiser with its big hit points.
Moving out.
I'm going to move in here for now. This is actually a really good spot for railguns to be in terms of the high ground. And there's the other support cruiser.
All systems green.
Another armored assault. So let's see if...
Eyes open out there. Armor online.
All right, so we've got three parts of the bases to take care of. I really wish I could zoom out more. So there's the Capisi. I think I want to just stick the Capisi right up here, actually.
Cruiser ready.
Let's
Green
see.
light to proceed. Move.
So
Online.
we got railguns here.
Displacing now. Salvage array ready. Acknowledged.
All right, so I think placing the railgun sort of on high ground.
New heading set.
Here, at least from here, they'll be able to hit
Railgun responding. Systems
stuff.
online. We're moving out.
All right, so let me move the Capisi this way.
Clear out. What do you need?
We'll move the
We got an assignment.
salvagers away from the wreck so they don't get hit by the whatever's going on, getting blown up by the wreck. Maybe I should have worried about that with...
All systems green.
All right, so here's this. Now I'll put one railgun here
Roll out. Ready.
and one here.
Destination set.
So here comes the Capisi.
Base runner here.
How many do I have? Okay, so there's this.
Reading you, command. Cruiser reading.
So here's the base runner. All right, so I don't have the money for really anything, but I do have mines. So it would be nice to
We've locked down a prime area.
put a
Place
mine there,
Maybe they'll walk right into it.
and we'll put a mine down here,
Who's marked? Set some mines. Maybe we'll catch them off guard.
and then we'll have him go put a mine over here,
Lay down mines. Move.
and then he'll return back to
Secure vehicle
here.
for move.
Is the idea. All right, so the Capisi with the railgun here should be able to do
Ready for
pretty
assignment.
well.
We're cleared to move. Let's go.
But
Armor online.
I'll leave
We're
some
up and running.
forces for now. Do a quick save. Okay, so I'm getting to the point where
Ready.
I need to execute
Railgun copy.
the where's the base runner's going? The salvaging of the wreckage, and I'm just gonna have to hope that. You know what? Let me actually move this railgun because I got the Capisi there. Move this
New
railgun
location marked.
over here.
Systems online. Destination
Here.
set.
And I think there's another thing you can do that I haven't been doing, where you can have.
Railgun copies. Moving into escort formation.
Right, you can escort.
Adjust.
So I have these 4 armored vehicles just in escort of the Capisi.
Get her moving.
Very interesting. And there's the support cruiser. I'm actually gonna need the support cruiser for mining stuff, I think. So I'll leave him here for now.
Go for carrier. Hold.
All right. So there's a mine. Did he mine there properly? All right. There's the base runner.
Reading you.
So I'm actually not gonna try and focus
Awaiting
too
orders.
much on
We're moving out. Spool up.
Just when we were getting comfortable.
control group, so I figure out where this is gonna lead exactly. You know what? Let me.
All systems green. Armor moving out.
Let me try something a little bit
ready.
different
Proceed to
and move
ship
them
coordinates.
away, because this mine at least will distract, and I don't want to spread out my forces too much.
Rachel
Okay, so here's the first part of what we do. So she drops
Runner
these
copy.
charges here, and I'm not. It's not always totally clear.
Reading you, command.
Let's see, what's this? I have a scanner here.
Runner
Can she
copy.
shoot it over this way?
Charges placed and enabled.
Alright, so there's
All
4.
right. Pull back to a safe distance and initiate detonation.
Alright, so yeah, they want me
The
to.
charges can be detonated individually or as a group.
I do want to do it individually, but I don't want anything to get injured.
Acknowledged. Just when we were getting comfortable.
So I can select them and boom. Okay, I guess that worked.
There it goes.
Boy, do I need to mine. I gotta watch my research upgrades, not research everything.
Nice work.
We need to collect that artifact and
Alright,
return
so
it
there's
back
the
to
artifact.
PC to research it.
Alright. Which is great,
Reading you, command. Systems ready.
but we also need to. These are salvagers. Need to mine.
Identified. Proceed to site.
And I'm gonna go for the monies first.
Salvage array ready. PDA active.
And look at the support cruiser
Secure
over here.
PDA
I'm not gonna
exposed.
do more than 4 salvagers for the moment, just in terms of supply.
PC go ahead.
Alright, so we have base runner mine damage, which is great. An anti-air for the support cruisers. Okay, so I
Cruiser
definitely
reading.
need at least 1 or 2 more support cruisers. Yeah, they're not perfectly placed here.
Ready. Board is green. Let's roll. Ready for assignment.
Copy. We're on the way.
CU field expended.
Armor confirms.
Cruiser ready. Roger. Coordinates confirmed.
Let's see. There we go. And
Armor online. Copy.
just micro these guys a little
Displacing
bit
now.
into position. I also want to increase. I want to get full air.
Carrier copy.
But the first thing I want to do is get another support cruiser for
Rally
here.
point set. Move to location.
The next thing I want to do after that is get another base runner. And then I wouldn't mind at least 1 more rail gun.
CU field depleted.
Systems ready.
There's a salvager that can get stuff.
Support cruiser now operational.
Identified. Advance and evaluate.
Yeah, there he goes.
Ready for assignment. Moving out.
Support cruiser going here. There's Rachel. Rachel can
Reading you,
do some of
command.
this stuff, but
Send your message.
alright, so here's what we're gonna do.
Base runner in service.
We're gonna deploy a couple turrets.
Defend that area with a turret.
And here.
Deploy a turret on that
CU's
location.
exhausted.
Because I think I'm gonna get to a position where only the Capisi and a few other ships.
Railgun operational.
Alright, there's the other
Board is
railgun.
green. Runner copies.
That's great.
Announces you take it apart.
There's a support cruiser.
Prep for mobilization.
There's the other base runner. Now the base runner are tanks is the other thing I've been learning, even though their offense isn't like particularly amazing.
Operations update. RUs in the region have been drained. CU deposit depleted.
So where's my other base runner?
Go for carrier. Send your message.
Oh, he's back here. So then I'm gonna
Base
send
runner
him
responding.
here after he drops the turret.
Reading you, command. Roger. Coordinates confirmed.
It's nice that the salvagers just moved on to their next thing.
Cruiser
Oh,
ready.
actually, this cruiser can go
Destination
here.
set.
This cruiser can stay here,
All systems green. Roger. Displacing
and I'll
now.
keep the railgun away from it.
Runner
Now, as
copies.
soon as I get,
CU site exhausted.
as soon as I go for the artifact, stuff's gonna happen.
Systems online.
All right, so
We're up and running.
there's
Acknowledged.
this. There's my 1 railgun.
Base runner online. Time's a wasting.
So the question is, do I try and turret the entrances? Or I think I probably save that money.
Carrier here.
Yeah.
An RU site has been depleted.
PC,
All right.
go ahead.
Alright, so getting anti-air is nice for the cruiser.
Carrier copy.
And what do I have? I have one support cruiser here. I have one here. So I wouldn't mind getting one more support cruiser, which is not cheap. Did I mine out everything? So is that the end of my money? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But you know what? It's not the worst.
Have been outfitted with anti-air defensive systems.
Now I got anti-air defenses. So I have 4. So this guy will get moved over
We're on
here.
the way.
Is he really going to go through the wreckage?
Send orders.
Support cruiser now operational.
Mobilization.
And I'm going to keep the salvages away.
You worry about your own vehicle, all right? Ready for assignment.
Alright, this support cruiser's there. Alright. Are they going over? Where are they crossing? Oh yeah, there's a crossing right here. That's cool. Can you see it? You can't really see it on the map. That's tight. So I still have plenty of supply, but I don't have any money. Because I spend it on support vehicles. And so and some turrets. And some mines. So we'll see how this goes. Okay.
Spotted. Get on it.
So Rachel's got protection here, directly here, and these guys are sort of... Oh wait, no, I'm protecting... I gotta turn the map. Yeah, this is why there's no true
Artifact
north.
recovered. Authentication
Alright,
confirmed.
so she collected the artifact. And
The artifact we recovered has been installed.
so now we're gonna have to go
successfully.
to these
The
wrecks.
Capici is already registering a massive increase in available power.
Capici power levels are surging. Nice find, Rachel.
Attention fleet. The artifact manifest is now available to review the latest science analysis and data.
Cool.
We must push out into the valley and salvage the remaining wreck
Okay.
sites before
Ooh,
we run
sensor
out of
range by
time.
50%. Reserve
Understood.
power by 5. Awesome.
Capici reading.
Alright, so I'm
Weapon
gonna
range.
put into
Be
weapons, and
aware.
here we go.
Scattered
Okay, here it
Gaalsien
comes.
contacts detected near
Oh,
wreck
there's the
locations
third
in
wreck
the
site.
valley.
Yeah.
Ensure salvage teams are
So
well
this is
defended.
like the main way down, but I think coming from around the side
Understood.
is the way to
Salvage
go.
teams form up and await orders. This is Rachel. Go ahead.
Alright, so Rachel's gonna
I've
have to
updated the
go
salvagers with the demolition charge schematic. They'll require
wherever
fees
they
to
go.
produce new charges. We're moving.
Understood.
So we're gonna have to do one Rex. I mean, I'm hoping I can do one at a time. At the moment,
Intel, be advised. Hacking Gaalsien
well, we'll
units
try.
is now available.
Here, I'm gonna do a quick save
By
here,
accessing their shared network,
and I'm gonna
I can
move
commandeer
these
their
guys
vehicle.
here.
Ready for orders.
If you can get them aboard the Capici, our engineers can reconfigure
But no, boy,
the
but they're not
control
gonna do
system.
anything
Once
without
that's
Rachel
done,
being able
we can
to.
allocate them to our fleet.
Ready. Sounds like a plan.
All right, so let's
Attempt
send.
to commandeer one of their units to confirm the system is operational.
Copy that. Coordinates confirmed.
All right. Oh, they want me to hijack her vehicle. Right. So I want to go to this site, but I have to be able to blow it up. There are all these turrets, so I guess there are
Hostile
turrets
light attack vehicle visually authenticated.
remaining from last time.
Runner.
Where's the? Do I have base runner? Where's the base runner?
Reporting.
All right. So for right now, this is just going to be group
Fleet
one,
Group 1 assigned.
Reporting.
because unfortunately can't
Hostile designated. Mark bearing. Reading. Move order confirmed.
can't be in multiple groups, which is a little unfortunate. All right. So
Attention.
what we can do is.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Green line confirmed.
Is
And
that-
we got something on the horizon. Waiting for eyes on to
Standing by.
authenticate.
New coordinates verified.
All right. So now they're going to
Hostile
come up
railguns
the
have
ramp.
opened up. The sensor's post is under fire.
Move out.
A turret is under fire.
We'll see. Let's see how these do with just the air units.
Strike craft destroyed.
All right. Now they're trying to come up the ramp here.
Go for armor.
All right. So let me try and
Enemy
yeah. The
railgun
railgun is
eliminated.
sitting nicely
Red alert. Command carrier
behind.
taking fire.
Yeah, behind there. That's good.
Cruiser
There's
reading.
another support cruiser, just in case. All right, so here comes these guys going to the first
One
site.
of our salvage teams is approaching a wreck in the valley. Updates to follow.
I promise not too many saves. All right. So the question is then, do I go down here? I think I keep doing what I'm doing, actually. Which is stay at home, have 2 forces ready to go. I don't have money to build more forces even if I wanted to. All right. So what we're going to do is with the base runner, once we get money.
Runner copies.
Right, they want me to hack a bad guy, but where are the bad guys? I guess they're
Rachel
here.
here.
Tracking armored craft on approach.
Displace and fire at will.
Ready for command. Grid updated. Set new heading.
This is Rachel. Go ahead. Hacking unit. Runner copies. Standing by.
Displace. You spot a target, fire at will. Displace. You spot a target, fire at will. We're moving out. Spool up.
Nope, don't want that.
Reading you, command. Green light.
Sometimes hard to
Base runner.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on
just
approach.
do one unit.
Hostile on sensors. Authentication pending.
All right, whoops, sorry. There's more coming to the wreck site. They want me to control with Rachel before I do the demolition. But this
Ready.
isn't working out at
Rebels, be
all.
ready.
So I don't have CUs to build demolition charges. That's a problem. So does that mean I need to reload? Oh, there's another wreck site there. Oh, wait, wait, what? So I think what I do
Armor ready.
is... Wait, let me...
Support ready.
Armor, go ahead.
Do I retire one of these units?
One of our turrets is
Commission
taking
and
fire.
fleet reassignment.
Right, they're going after
Alert,
this wreck
a turret
site.
post just went down. A sensors post is taking fire. Alert, sensor post destroyed.
Yeah,
Salvage
and I'm not
has been
taking advantage
engaged.
of the fact that I already have...
Hostile armor eliminated.
Whoops.
Support
Yeah,
ready.
this is not going well.
Stand by. Go ahead. Point set. Destination marked. We need support. We're helpless here. Sight line clear.
There he goes.
Base runner is en route.
Runner.
Alright, so
Op ready.
I don't know how much money I'm gonna get. 75% of production cost. Is that gonna be enough? Well, we can try and retire another armored assault
Pilot
too,
confirmed. Returning to carrier.
because we need the money. It's not glamorous.
Reporting. Rachel moving out.
Reporting. Copy. On our way.
All right,
This is Rachel. Go ahead.
all right. They want me to mind control, but there's no one at the moment to mind control. All right, so maybe
Send message. We're moving.
maybe I do move out here.
Heading down range. Engage targets on site.
Hostile craft in AO. Maneuver for visual
All right, so
confirmation.
there's the money.
Ready.
All right, so now we can do demolition charges.
Reading you, command. Runner copies.
Armored vehicle is taking fire.
Reading you, command.
Enemy railgun firing on friendlies.
Hopefully that's enough.
Runner copies. Go! Go! Standing by.
I don't want them to
New
get.
heading set.
I don't want them to get hit.
Mobile.
Intel. We found an artifact.
All right, there's the artifact, but more importantly,
Authenticated.
Great work. Continue salvaging.
I need to get these guys down here immediately.
Set new heading.
That didn't take long. Gaalsien forces are responding to our salvage operations.
Gaalsien
We need to
strike
get
group
over here.
confirmed on sensors.
In the
Redirect
salvagers.
defensive forces to our salvage crew's position.
Hostile
Here.
Gaalsien air units are probing our position.
Anti-air turrets now available.
Let's see, where are
for
the
construction.
anti-air? So this wreck site would be a
Anti-air
nice
turret
second
templates
place to
loaded into the
go
base runners.
destroyed.
The main assault force will
because I
arrive
still
soon.
have turrets there. All right, so let's hurry up and get Rachel get the
Runner.
artifact.
Prep to load.
These guys are gonna come
New
here.
coordinates verified. Going mobile.
Where are my production units? They're here. I just have to sort of hope that.
Artifact recovered. Authentication confirmed.
Armor vehicle taking effective
Vector
fire.
dialed in.
Attack course set. Hostile railguns have opened up.
Let's see. The air units do enough? They did enough.
We got a railgun under fire.
Be nice to build
Enemy
more.
railgun eliminated. We've got a salvager under fire.
Yeah, they're attacking the salvagers. Shite, I thought that might happen.
Op ready. Support crews are under
What is
attack.
this?
Immediate
Nope,
fire.
nope, 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 nope.
Reading. On our way.
Come on, come on,
Clear
come on.
out. Be ready to engage. Armor, go ahead.
Nope, not you guys. You guys stay here.
Message. We're cleared to move.
You guys get
Salvager
over
ready.
here.
Hostile strike craft down. Construction units identified.
Armor confirms. Destination
Yeah.
set.
Alright. There's the other wreck site. We're gonna leave it for now.
Carrier copies.
We really need to get that mining going. So the question is, do I try and defend the second wreck site with all the turrets? I don't think I have enough units.
Armor copies. We're moving out.
Acknowledged.
The railgun's
Let's
doing
roll
pretty
out.
good from
Cruiser
back
ready.
here. I have a second support cruiser, which I don't necessarily
Clear to
need.
move. Let's go.
But maybe I'll leave it here with the Capice, and then these guys go.
Cruiser reading.
Alright, there we go. Let's get the
Hostile
mining.
light attack vehicle visually authenticated. Enemy contact.
Alright, here we go.
Ready. Move order confirmed. Destination.
Go, go, go. No, you go this way.
Copy.
You go this way.
Salvager's been engaged. Enemy railgun firing on friendly.
There we go.
Ready.
Strike craft destroyed.
Enemy contact. Get a turret up.
Alert. Salvager destroyed.
They destroyed a salvager. That's not what I wanted.
Displace of that CU field.
Receiving.
I didn't
Get
want
us
Rachel in
moving.
contact either.
Armor ready.
Get back.
Armor is en route.
Rachel, get back, get back, get back, get back, get back.
Get out of here. Move.
Armored vehicle is taking fire. Hostile range craft destroyed.
Defend that
Be
area.
advised.
Put
you're
another-
striking hostiles. Online.
Why is the
Destination
railgun
set.
going this way? Alright, so far it's working out okay to keep these enemies separate. Doing one at a time while I mine. In the meantime,
Go for Capice.
it really
Enemy
wouldn't hurt to
airstrike inbound.
have another salvager or two.
CU site exhausted.
Couple
Sensors posted
light attack
under fire.
vehicles. And alright, and then
Listen up.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
try and hopefully the strike fighter does what they're supposed to do.
This is
Alert.
Go ahead.
Report taking hostile fire.
Green line confirmed.
We're moving.
Hostile strike craft down.
Alright,
Hostile
we need to
railgun
be
opened
mining
up.
for one.
Reporting.
Capice copy.
Off ready. Target set.
Be nice to have a railgun back. Do I have a railgun here? Just one armored assault?
Enemy railgun eliminated.
What do I have
CU
mostly?
field depleted.
Yeah, alright, so it would be, I think it would behoove me
All
to
systems green. We're clear to proceed.
add more armored
CU
assault
field
vehicles
expended.
over here.
Moving. Eyes open
Have
out
this
there.
be the majority of my forces. Alright, I'm starting to get more money.
Capice, go ahead. Go for
I've got the railgun.
All operators. We lack sufficient RUs.
Alright.
Confirmed.
Oh, we still need more RUs, right? That's a big problem.
Strike fighter
Let's
ready for
see.
service.
One of these
Strike fighter
salvagers needs to
online.
get these. Yeah. Alright.
Ready.
So these guys are going to
Orders
be
green.
here.
Let's roll. Armor
And they can always join the attack if they have to. I'm still sitting on these guys, because I'd like to get to this wreck site before I move out over here. Alright, here's a support cruiser.
Proceed to new coordinates.
CU's
I guess he's not close enough for
CU deposit
for
depleted.
auto repair. Alright, so here, alright.
Cruiser reading.
So here's Rachel. Here's my armored assaults.
Be advised, an RU site has
I have
been
one
exhausted of
railgun.
resources.
Contact. Enemy armor. Bearing designated. We've detected something. Can you confirm visual?
Check the site on scanner. Conducting sweep.
I actually don't necessarily want that guy to go that way.
Move out.
This is gonna be its
Alert.
it's gonna be its own
Strike
army.
fighter in circulation.
Its own
Cruiser report
force,
cruiser
I
under
should say.
attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Make ready.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Let's see if this does
Hostile light
anything.
attack vehicle detected.
We do not have enough RUs.
Alert. Support
I
traffic
don't need to get
engaged.
base runner mind damage. I'm
Enemy
not
railgun
using it at the
firing on
time.
friendlies. A turret is under fire.
Strike fighter ready for service. Ready. Move out and be ready. Heading
Hostile
down.
range craft
Engaging
destroyed.
site.
We've got a salvager under fire.
on anything that moves.
Strike fighter online.
Let's see if it does anything here. Are they gonna kill another one of my
RU
salvagers?
deposit depleted.
Ready for command. Displacing.
Ready for orders. Reading.
Don't have much left of mine there, I guess.
CU
Anyways,
exhausted. Receiving. Move.
guys, get in here.
Salvager ready.
Strike craft
Awaiting
destroyed.
All right, so I got everything I needed here, basically.
We're cleared to move.
What I also need though is healing. And I still want to sit on these forces. Now I don't have.
Go for carrier.
Proceed to rally point. Secure location.
I don't have a
marked.
ton of. I don't have a ton of money. But I can build a base runner. Maybe 2 to tank. And then 4 light attack vehicles, and hope that that's a decent second.
Base runner assembled. Board's green. Reposition.
Unknown inbound.
All right.
Designating hostile.
All right, so now we're going to the
Okay,
second
time
site.
to roll. Light attack vehicle online.
All right, so now we're gonna do
Light attack vehicle in service. Vector
a
dialed
little
in.
bit of this.
Green line confirmed. Engines hot.
All right, there's my final.
Light attack vehicle online. Science
Let's pull back a little bit here.
Strike fighter ready for service.
We've got hostile on sensor.
Get the
board.
base
Ready for
runner in
visual.
front to tank.
Light attack vehicle marked on approach.
That was a pretty good airstrike by me.
Hostile strike craft down.
Move out.
Enemy airstrike inbound.
Cleared hot on.
Enemy armor.
All
on
right,
approach.
here we
Move
go.
out.
Oh, we got a lot of bad guys here.
Regional moving out.
Armor vehicle taking effective fire. The railgun is taking effective fire.
Let's
Alert.
see if we
Report
can.
taking hostile fire.
See if we can.
Strike fighter coordinates.
Hostile railguns have opened up. Strike systems online. Ready to burn.
The
captain.
I guess I'm still waiting for them to come home.
Salvager copy. On the move.
All right, let's start getting over
On
here.
the move. Be ready.
Ready. Stand.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Attack vector.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Alert. Rachel is on.
It's amazing. This technology survived all these years exposed to the open desert. Contact. I wish I had a fully equipped lab to study this material in more detail.
What are all these? Oh, this is my
Strike
second
craft
unit.
destroyed.
Displace. You spot a target and fire at will.
I'll call
Fleet
them
group
2.
2 assigned.
Wow, there's lots of stuff coming. Rachel, get out of there. Rachel, get out of there.
Full power. Move.
Enemy railgun eliminated. Reading. Full power. Move.
Returning fire.
Keep
Get that
steady.
railgun. Get that railgun.
Reporting. Got eyes on a hostile.
Go for support.
You guys get those guys.
Reading. Runner, go ahead. Base runner is on.
Sensors post is taking fire.
Set to move. Cleared hot.
Overdrive.
All right, overdrive the
Down.
base runners.
Ready.
Copy. Moving out.
Light attack vehicle is under fire.
All right, so let's get these guys into the behind the thing. All right,
Support craft
time
has
for
been
the.
engaged.
We have insufficient CUs.
We have insufficient CUs again. Well, at least I can mine a little bit in the meantime.
Light attack vehicle visually
It's not a lot of
identified.
money.
Hostile on sensors. Authentication pending.
Confirmed. Armor ready. Underway. Deploying.
So this was of course the worry
Friendlies.
Cleared for combat move.
of keeping the units that I had, and I'm still keeping some at home as well.
Report.
Hostile strike craft down. Combat alert. Support craft lost. Armored vehicle is taking fire.
So this is small against small. This is not a great fight.
Okay, time to roll.
Alert. Light attack vehicle destroyed.
Reading. Reading for orders. Display.
Salvage your copies. Copy. Moving.
Reading.
Gotta
Time to
defend.
clear out. Be ready to
What I really need is my base runner
Rachel, go ahead.
Salvager has been engaged.
to be doing more stuff.
Runner. New coordinates verified.
I need him to put a turret
Sensor
here.
deployed under fire.
Need to put a turret here,
Reading you, command.
and that's all we're gonna do for now.
Standing by. New coordinates verified.
Ready.
Salvager ready. Displace to that CU field.
Strike craft destroyed.
Reading.
Reading. Proceed. Prepare for contact. Put rounds on anything that moves out there.
Put rounds on
Orbital
anything that
railgun
moves.
opened up.
Come on, put those things down. Put those things down.
Depleted.
Alert.
All right.
Report taking hostile fire.
This is Rachel. Go ahead. Copy that. Coordinates
Everyone-
confirmed.
Everyone back up. Everyone back up.
PC copies.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Green line
And then
confirmed.
Rachel needs to put her. Where's Rachel? Rachel, do your thing.
Receiving. Armor ready.
Where are you?
Runner. New heading set. Reading you, command.
All right, let's see if all those don't blow it up.
Reading you, command.
Hostile range craft destroyed. Enemy light attack vehicle.
All right, there it is.
This location looks promising.
Been discovered.
Great work. Continue salvaging.
All right, now we need to defend.
Ready. Move order confirmed. Displace. You spot a target. Fire at will.
Make ready. Strike craft taking effective fire. Go ahead.
Get the support character
Proximity warning
in there. I thought I had some turrets.
Receiving.
Alert. LA
I have
down.
2 base runners.
Armor vehicle taking effective fire.
We need a turret set in place.
And another one here.
Hostile armor incoming.
Get a turret up. Make sure it's combat ready.
Let's hope that they do it.
Reporting.
Hostile
Suspect
designated.
officer on
Trackers
duty.
assigned.
Railgun is doing some work.
Hostile strike fighter in circulation.
All right, now they're coming from this way.
Reading. Rachel is taking fire. Respond.
Strike fighter.
Enemy railgun firing on friendlies. Attack orders got a salvager under fire. Alert. Support craft has been engaged.
Reading. Heading downrange. Engage targets on sight.
Salvager ready.
Hostile strike craft down. Attention. We got a railgun under fire.
Be really nice to build some more stuff. You know what though? I need to get some blue.
Moving the site. One of our turrets is taking fire.
Salvage teams. Sensor activity is increasing. Expect the main Gaalsien force to arrive soon.
We're going as fast as we can here.
Line confirmed. Understood. Keep your eyes open and be ready to pull back to the Capisi.
How's my supply looking? Right. I've only done the 2 sites. Alright, so Rachel's gonna go for the thing. I'd really like to get that mining done though.
Easy reading. Carrier here.
Let's see. Do I have any
Salvager ready.
Artifact recovered. Authentication confirmed.
Alright. Alright, so there's the other thing. They still want me to deploy against
Rachel here.
anti-air. Oh, they want me to mind control someone too. So that's 2 bases. So now is when the plan is gonna start to come into
Are you
motion.
exhausted? CU site
We don't need to
Location marked.
worry about
We have a problem up here. Red light
this as much. We'll call these guys 3.
Fleet Group 3 assigned.
Let's get down here. In the meantime,
A turret is under fire.
Dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the pipe.
let's see if we can attack down
Alert,
here.
turret
Was that just a
destroyed.
turret post?
Alert, Rachel is in contact.
Reading.
Salvage your copies. Displace to that CU field.
Alright, let's get that stuff.
CU field expended.
Enemy armor on approach.
Come on, mind control them. There we go.
It works.
I hijacked a
I have full
vehicle.
control of the Gaalsien vehicle. Sending it to the Kiith now.
And where's my base runner?
RU deposit depleted.
Put an AA turret, maybe one, will be enough, hopefully, for the mission.
Reading. A railgun is taking effective fire. Hostile railguns have opened up.
Displace and fire at will.
Salvagers come back. I think we got everything we're gonna get. Alright, let's get that third strike craft unit. Next, you know what? We gotta save money. We gotta save money. Alright.
Ready. New heading set.
Alright, so here we go. So here's
Enemy armor disabled.
where we have to meet up with the other
All hands, prepare to move. Ready with point defense. New course charted.
I think I can probably,
Stop, maintain position.
yeah, I'm saving a support cruiser here.
Position mark, take us up.
Nope. Alright, so these guys are all here.
Okay, time to roll.
So the base runners are kind of slow,
We're moving out.
but at least if I go close to the plateau, I can get a little bit of air. Ooh, these missions are crazy, and I know there's more after this too. I do have a lot of turrets here. These must be from the last mission.
Hostile incoming.
That's awesome. Alright, let's see where the hostile's coming from.
Go for Capisi.
Let's return the air units. Oh, and yeah.
Enemy airstrike inbound.
Rally point set. Move to location.
Copies. One of our turrets
Fighter
is taking
approach
fire.
vector dialed in.
Green light.
Alright, here we go.
Engines on.
Base runner online. Time's a wasting. Destination marked.
We'll just have them do a kind of patrol. Alright.
Copies. Board's green.
These guys go
Position.
this way.
Holding.
You know what? I want to get these base runners in front because they
Check
can
your
tank
menu.
like
We're moving
crazy.
out. Spool up.
Do I have more base runners?
Reading you.
Where is he? He's here?
Prep for mobilization.
Alright. I guess I'm trying to deploy an anti-air
Deploy
turret.
a turret on that location.
I guess they're not
Reading
that
you, command.
expensive.
Defend that area with a turret.
Let's see.
Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed.
Let's see, where are they? Get it.
Rachel,
Okay,
go
start
ahead.
moving.
Move out and be ready.
Start moving. Alright, so I did get the like double A on the sights, I think. Alright, these guys are gonna have to
Just when we were
kite
coming.
back to defend.
Reading you. Confirmed. Move to support cruiser.
Alright, so the support cruiser is gonna be the leader, and everyone's just gonna kind of
I
stay
wonder if
on
anyone survived this impact.
their flank.
Reading you.
How's Rachel's health? She looks like she mostly
Strike craft
healed.
ready.
We're
moving
gonna
out.
sacrifice the light attack cruiser to just.
Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated.
Reporting. Roger that. Coordinates confirmed.
Go for armor. Salvage are ready.
Send message.
Alright, so these guys are gonna go over this way.
Support ready. On the move. Be ready.
Support ready. Copy. Moving out.
Alright.
The captain. Hostile strike craft
Strike
down.
fighter
The turret is under
coordinates
fire.
Alright, so they're gonna try and
Systems
coming
online.
up this
Ready
way
to
here.
burn.
I have support
Hostile
cruisers. Do I have
armor
another base
eliminated.
runner? Doesn't look like it, but I should still be okay.
We read you. Mobilizing.
Other than I don't need my salvager here.
Copy. Moving.
Alert. Salvage team is approaching.
Alright, here we go.
Keep your eyes open for Gaalsien strike teams.
Reading you.
Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position.
Reading you.
Alright, here we go.
Reporting. Move order confirmed.
I'm gonna just assume that they'll be able to, actually I should be able to do strike fighter thing here.
Attack course set.
Let's not get too spread out over here.
Firing on friendly.
Set new heading.
Whoops, but before these guys come closer, why don't we explode these?
Hostile range craft destroyed.
Why can I select them? Where are they? There they are. That didn't do it?
Awaiting orders. Be advised, all wreck sections at this site have been processed successfully.
Alright.
We're cleared to move.
Where's salvagers?
PDA active.
We're being hailed by the Gaalsien carrier.
Confirm
Stand by to receive.
attack vehicle detected. One of our turrets is taking fire.
Alright, I guess I got interrupted by a cutscene here.
Suggest carrier Kiith. There can be no hiding from the Gaalsien in the Great Desert. We are the desert. As before.
I didn't get to mine this last one, unfortunately.
Only now
Let's see if I can mine it while we attack.
sacred artifacts to serve your profane ambition.
So are we gonna go at it is the question. Or do we let it come to us and build a bunch of turrets? I'd much prefer to build turrets.
I will pray for your soul.
Is this where they tell us? I think they might tell us to retreat back to the Kabisi or whatever. Kapisi, excuse me. Kapisi, Kapisi. Alright, well,
Designated hostile.
here they come. Alright, so I think my strategy worked. Of going one at a time this time.
We are heavily outnumbered. They will mount their assault from all sides. We must stand our ground.
Salvagers, come on,
All
mine.
personnel, man your battle stations.
That's CU field.
CU deposit depleted.
Salvager copies.
Are they out? Please all.
Picking up sensor contacts all around us.
Coordinates verified.
We must pull back to the Capisi.
They want us to pull back to the Kapisi.
Confirmed. Get back to the Capisi immediately.
Alright, well, let's see if we can.
This is going to be close. Dialed in.
All available forces are to protect salvage crews and the Capisi. All other concerns are secondary.
Alright. What can I build at the Kapisi that would be helpful, actually?
Armor vehicle.
Actually,
taking
another
effective fire.
railgun would be great.
Hostile railgun
And then
opened
I
up.
think a
Be
couple
advised, the
light
Gaalsien
attack
have
vehicles.
deployed a new variant of their armored combat unit.
Alert. Light attack
It
vehicle.
appears to have replaced its standard armament with a missile battery. This
Uh-oh.
will allow it to function as both ground fire support and mobile
Let's see.
aid.
Okay, so where are my base runners?
Reporting.
Where are my base runners?
Ready.
Alright, here's my base runners. Alright, so we need anti-air.
Turret on that location. Reading you.
Light attack vehicle in service.
I think it's just right, exactly.
Runner copies. Get a turret.
And I'm just gonna cover this area with turrets.
Light attack vehicle online.
Hostile range craft destroyed.
I think this will be okay.
Expended.
Move order confirmed.
CU site exhausted.
Go for ranged. Coordinates confirmed.
CU's exhausted.
Just cycle my units around here a little bit.
Go ahead. Armor is en route.
Send message.
Rachel, come on, come
Grid
back.
updated. Anti-air turret.
There's one support cruiser. There's another base runner. I thought I had another support cruiser.
Cruiser ready. Copy. Coordinates set.
I'm gonna have repair Rachel for now.
Runners, we got a railgun under fire. Roger that. Light attack vehicle is under fire.
All right.
Enemy railgun firing on friend position.
On our way.
Salvager ready.
I still want to get this stuff.
Railgun down.
All right.
Crew ready.
This might have been a big mistake.
Strike fighter.
turret is under fire.
RU site exhausted.
Green line confirmed. Engines hot.
We're gonna start making our.
Craft down.
We are being overrun.
Are we being overrun? Ah, shit. All right. Everyone retreat. Everyone retreat. We're going full retreat. Forget about the minerals.
This is the captain.
Did the?
Prepare to move.
Uh oh.
Sadim reinforcements have arrived.
Okay.
I say again, The dim reinforcements have arrived.
I guess
All
I held
units,
off long
hold
enough.
fast and maintain position.
I think I do have to still go after one of their carriers. Or their, like, production facilities.
This is Captain Mashad of the Siddim carriers.
I remember this guy being such a dick, and so it sticks in my mind that it seems so obviously he would turn into a bad guy down the road, but it's fine.
You and our coalition partners.
Right, he's already criticizing me and saying we're wrong, but we'll help you for now.
Wastelands. But now this appears beyond our reach. I suggest we finish off these Kiithid while we have the advantage.
Agreed.
Sorry about that little blip
The
there.
Gaalsien carrier has an escort of multiple cruisers.
Multiple cruisers?
Recommend immediate advance on the Gaalsien position.
Okay, now they want us to advance.
Capisi, say again.
All right.
Targeting the siege cruiser positions.
Mark the bearing.
All right, we need to get over here.
All units.
Can I
move
get
on
the
those
Can I get the
siege cruisers
Capisi
now.
here?
Capisi copies. Capisi moving out.
I don't think it's gonna be able to make it. I think it just stays here.
Op ready.
Whoops, something's wrong with my mouse. Hello.
Go for armor. Moving out.
All right, there we go.
Targets on
That was awkward.
Send message. Destination marked. We're moving.
All right, let's see if we can set up some turrets.
Defend that area with the turret. Reading you.
And get the rest of my
Armor
units
ready.
going there.
We read you. Mobilizing.
These guys are gonna stay here.
Alert. Friendly taking hostile fire.
All right.
Capisi, we are
Meanwhile,
taking heavy fire. Request
can
your
we
forces
get?
target the Gaalsien siege cruisers near our location.
Attack or set.
We can do a little bit of that,
This is the captain.
and I think we're gonna try and max out on aircraft construction, even though that's pretty much all our money. Actually, we actually do have some.
Attack vehicle marked on approach. Contact. Enemy armor. Bearing designated.
Strike fighter online. Strike
All
fighter
right.
ready for service.
Get over here, guys. Get over here.
Taking fire. Confirmed. Armor. Go ahead. Capisi copies. Confirmed. Enemy siege cruiser destroyed.
All right, now we're doing F2 work. We're gonna let some of their.
Orders are to move.
We did fine. Their guys did lots of work, but we'll finish them off.
Armored vehicle is taking fire.
Weapons and let's move. Moving out. Engage targets on
Hostile.
Yeah, we did enough damage. Did enough damage. I thought that was going to be a longer fight, but they just wanted me to thin down the enemy. I didn't need to kill everybody. Yeah. Yeah, so keeping units back was actually really smart. So in that final battle, I just snowballed.
Stand by to pursue.
All right, are we pursuing this mission? No, I get a break. All right, let's see what the journal entry is. Is it
Personal
Rachel?
log. Operations Officer Clea Soban.
Fleet Ops.
Expedition Carrier Capisi.
Clea Soban, okay.
How many days have we been out here? Feels like weeks already. We've reestablished communication with the north.
That went
Reports
better
from
than I
Tyr are
expected.
encouraging. Pockets of resistance have sprung up and are holding Gaalsien forces at bay. But for how long? Here, crew morale remains high despite the constant engagement with Gaalsien forces. I can't say enough about the men and women who've signed on, risking their lives for this expedition. Our goal feels almost impossible at times.
These are so well written.
There is hope, and a will to succeed against all odds.
Bad guys,
now,
the Ashoka?
that
The
will have to
Ahsoka?
do.
No. All right, so let's see. Kharak was off-world in origin. Repeat, not of Kharak. Sakala has finally made rendezvous as Gaalsien carrier Ashoka descended in pursuit. So, okay, so I remember the next mission, which is the first one where you're sort of on the move and not just holding fixed positions and moving between them. And I remember actually watching someone's replay of this. It sticks in my mind because he built this perfect formation where he microed all of his offensive units and support units in equidistant in like a protective circle around the carrier, because you're moving through open area in the next mission and getting attacked from all sides. And then had them all do a follow order or a escort order on the carrier, and then move the carrier, which is a really smart way of moving them, and I think it keeps them in position, which is something else you just have to sort of figure out on your own. Okay, let's see where we are. First of all, temperature 43 degrees Celsius. That was getting really hot. I still ended up with 47 vehicles, which was great, and that's why holding back the forces was smart. Another thing I've been learning is if you throw too many units at an enemy attack, they sort of trip on each other and don't have clear line of sight. And so it's actually better to send in waves and just assume you're going to lose a couple, but sort of cycle them around a little bit. Keep the movement going in terms of hit points going down, but hopefully not dying. So I still have 14 of my 15 planes, which is great. I managed to keep almost all my support vehicles. Now, you really can't lose your support vehicles because, I mean, you can, but you need to try not to, because, you know, those support carriers and then the base runners, they can take a lot of damage and they do so many things. They need to be at different places, you know, multiple places at once, you know, casting their spells and doing their special stuff. Or just collecting resources or repairing or whatever. I still have 11 of my my AAVs, armored attack vehicles. Probably should rebuild a few of those, but my sort of mental goal that I didn't express was, if I can get through this, keep a couple of railguns. I still have 2. I don't think I had more than 3 or 4, so I still have 2 railguns. I have most of my planes. I have 5 light vehicles, which is just a bonus of $500 basically, that I don't have to rebuild, but they were gonna die. They are really useful to build a bunch of them at once and throw them at the enemy as a distraction or a scout or whatever. You can't rely on them to really do a lot of damage to anything unless they're going after 1 or 2 railguns at like super speed, but they can just cause chaos. Also, having my support vehicles in front, it's just a mental thing to get used to as a StarCraft player, because, you know, support units, especially support flying units, like giant carriers and brood lords and tempests, but also, you know, the support flying vehicles like ravens and oracles and so forth. So the support units, they have long range, but they're slow to move and slow to attack, and so, you know, as a StarCraft player, you're mentally prepared to just try and keep them as far back. Or the Colossus, even the Colossi with the Protoss, they shoot those huge lasers, but they're so big and can take attacks from ground or air because they're so big, and they go down quickly, but they have a long range, so you really have to micro them to the back and, you know, minimum close distance, and then get them out of the way immediately. Here, your support vehicles actually have a lot of hit points. If I just look it up real quick. So as we said last time, Base Runner has over a 3,000 hull, you know, which is almost triple, over double what Armored Assault Vehicle has, 3 or 4 times what the Railgun to the Light Attack have. But the other one that I need to take a look at and make sure I'm not missing a special skill on is the support carrier. It has over 4,000 hulls. It does have a fleet supply of 6, and they're very expensive, but they only cost CUs. They don't cost RUs, the more rare thing. And I built 4. I think I kept all of them. And while they do very little damage, and their hull strength and armor increase significantly as they gain experience, but it's hard because their damage is so bad, and there aren't that many air units. So adding that anti-air attack was really the key. I'm not sure what... Let's see. I increased their hull, I believe, and enabled anti-air. They can get EMPs and they can self-repair on some future upgrades to come up. But I had most of the upgrades already, and so didn't have to spend too much on research on that one, which is great. But with 4,000 hit points and the fact that they can heal, they're not very fast and they don't do a lot of damage, and they're taking up, you know, like 20 to 25% of my fleet supply, since they count 6 against the supply. I think I'm at 120. They're slowly increasing the supply, which is cool. I was hoping it wouldn't be 100 the whole time. We'll see if they go to 200 or more, like StarCraft. But they get resources, they repair, they can tank damage. And I think my idea of having 4 of them where they're in pairs is great because they can defend one another, or you can split them up. Have one on resource duty, have one on tank/repair duty. It's going to be really hard to maintain 3 full armies like I had to a couple missions ago at once. But with the revelation that turrets are fast to put up, and even at $250 or $350 for the anti-air ones, they do a ton of damage. And I don't believe they count against the supply. Let me make sure of that. Yeah, they don't count against the supply. So they have 600 hull, which is a lot. They do a ton of damage. They only cost 250 CUs, no RUs. They build quickly. They're heavily armored. And so I think my instinct to have 2, 3, 4 base runners together and just drop tons of turrets. I'm known for my turret dropping, playing Nova as my commander in co-op. I build tons of Ravens, which are very similar. If you mix the base runner and the support carrier, and make it fly, it's the Raven, in that it can heal, but it can also shoot heavy missiles against air, but it can also drop a ton of ground turrets on the go that are fully powered turrets, like these turret posts are. I guess I should probably... There you go. There's the turret post. You can see, and they have some of the stats there. I'm sure there's a way to get more of the stats. Yeah. So really, if even when a base is already under attack, as long as I have some units with air attack to hold off the bad guys, drop like 4, 5, 6 turrets and 2, 3, 4 anti-air. I mean, they just don't throw that much anti-air at you, I don't think, until late in the campaign. I mean, they did in this one, so you got used to it. But my support carriers have a decent air attack, and you combine that with some anti-air, and my base runners, I think, have been upgraded. Let's see, base runner, mine damage. Oh no, see, I should have upgraded mine damage because turret range then goes up. Let's see, hold on. They can deploy turret posts and A posts. They can deploy mines. Right, mines I didn't use. Let's see. They don't get XP. Oh, right, unless it's indirect. Or unless it's direct, I should say. So I've already increased turret damage. I need to increase mine so that I can increase their turret range, and then the turret hulls, and get through that particular tech tree. But I think their air... It says they have one anti-air cannon. I guess they only have an anti-air cannon. They don't have a ground cannon. So they can do a little bit of damage. But 5 damage with medium rate of fire is not a lot. But again, they have a lot of hull. I mean, 4 base runners is 12,000 hull. And 2 support cruisers is another 8,000. So 20,000 hull if you have 4 base runner, 2 support cruisers. Have them tank the damage. And since both of them, while they're expensive, especially the support cruiser at 600 CUs, but CUs are much more, obviously, much more available than the more rare RUs. So any of these vehicles that do a bunch of stuff, they're spellcasters, they're repair bots, and they can tank damage, and they only cost minerals if we're talking StarCraft. Honestly, I mean, just to jump back to the game, and then we're gonna call this one, take a break before the next mission. Capizzi's still in good strength. I did manage to save some money, but with 11 armored, with 11 AAVs, 2 railguns, a handful of dune buggies, a light attack, but a bunch of support vehicles, along with all my aerial attack, really with turrets dropped down by the support and the repair done by the support, it really, yeah, it's just it's so cool because, I mean, you could play this game totally aggro and just put everything into both upgrades and purely offensive units, and just be microing them like crazy and moving them all over the map. But you still would need some support. But the fact that you can move slow-ish, and use your support vehicles both in front and in back, and they can be effective both places. Also dropping turrets during combat is really, really cool. And so just finishing this mission to wrap up with a lot of support vehicles. I don't think I lost any. Almost all my planes. I just need to add one more to get the 5 squadrons times 3, 15. Keep my AAVs at about between a dozen and a dozen and a half as my main. Get a couple more more railguns, but keep them at home or in stationary positions, and use them for defense and try not to move them around so they can get set and do their long-range firing. And I think maybe, protect them with a couple armored and a couple light attack vehicles. I think I'm in pretty good shape, and I'm going to be able to continue playing with the fleet I've built. And I'm curious, because again, like I said, like a Breaking Bad episode, each one of these missions or episodes, you start almost exactly where you were before. So I'm here with the Capisi. I can't move this map around, but we need to rendezvous with the Sakala here, who nominally are allies, and so there's going to be really twisty canyons where we're going to have to survive and then eventually take out this enemy carrier. And then I think the Sakala and whoever those third species or third races or just whatever third nationality, I think they're going to turn against us and I'll need to fight them before the sort of final run of missions. I'm getting close to halfway, I think. But the way I've been playing it, where, in the playthroughs, you can tell the players have played through it a number of times and know the optimal way. So whereas in that last mission, I went to one wreckage at a time and kept a lot of units at home, and it worked out okay for me. You do have to split up the units, but like in those playthroughs, they can do 2 or 3 wreckage sites at once, even when you're not required to. Which was the case a few missions ago, but not this most recent one. Just to can sort of, they know the exact optimal, like 1 railgun, 4 light attack vehicles, 8 armored vehicles, a couple support. Like, they just know the optimal amount for a mixed fleet unit composition. I'm trying to take all that in as I observe what goes on the battlefield, but definitely, striking the balance between not splitting up your forces too much, but being forced to cover multiple places at once is a really fun challenge. And it is a little puzzly, in that, especially I imagine on super hard level, you need to figure out the exact puzzle, the exact timings, where the bad guys are coming from. I'm trying to keep this as spontaneous as possible and react to what's going on the screen. Again, the playthroughs I watched were a couple of years ago at least, and I remember the plot points, but not the missions. Like, I didn't remember the specifics of the last couple missions, other than a few little details involving Rachel or whatever. And you get a sense as just an RTS player about when a big event is going to happen. So, okay, well, thank you for joining me. That was, what was that mission called? That mission was called Kalish Wreck, technically mission 5, and next is Beladin Dunse, and I think that's gonna see us have to go out into the open and defend the carrier, and keep my units not totally clustered, but kind of in some sort of formation. So that'll be a whole new dynamic. And you got to keep your finger on the squiggle button to launch those strike fighters as well. Thank you for joining me. These have been super fun to do. And I'll get this up. Well, I guess if you're watching this, it's probably on YouTube. I do stream it live on Twitch. But it's mostly just to force myself to play it live. get some Twitch followers. Of course, it's always fun to get some people in chat, and then I get it right into YouTube. So let me do that now. Thanks for joining me. Peace out to everyone, and see you for the next mission of Homeworld: Deserts of Kharak very soon. Peace out.